with Halo Infinite multiplayer being free to play, there's going to be a lot of new people jumping in looking to get their hands dirty in the arenas. And with that, I decided to start this brand new series called Halo 101. Whether you're a new player jumping in for the very first time, a returning veteran from the Halo 3 days, or you're just looking to get your feet wet and learn some new strategies, some new tips, and some new tricks. Well, that's what we're going to get in this entire series. But for this video is going to be aimed at those who haven't played Halo at all or who haven't played in a long time. So starting off first, if you're a very new Halo player, you jump into Halo Infinite for the very first time, you're going to be greeted with, depending on when you watch this video, you're going to be greeted with one of these options. Jumping into the campaign, the multiplayer, the academy, and the custom games. At the time of this recording, campaign is not available yet, so for all those who are only multiplayer only players so far, first thing I highly recommend you do is to jump into the academy. Now when you jump into the academy, you're going to see three options here as well: tutorials, weapon drills, and training mode. We're going to get into weapon drills and training mode in a little bit, but first and foremost, I highly recommend any new players and any returning players who haven't played in a long time, play the tutorial. Now I know a lot of people find tutorials kind of boring, sluggish, and slow, and beyond basic, but for a lot of new players, I definitely recommend you jump into the tutorial for one of many reasons. First and foremost, you get a very microscopic view into the world of Halo. You get to look at the lore, you get to look at how some of the Spartans are. You get some world building when it comes to the tutorial. Not too much, but you get a sense of for what the game could be. The tutorial also gives you a feel for the controls of the game: running, jumping, melees, shooting, all of that. It gives you a quick taste of every aspect of what you're going to be doing throughout your entire Halo Infinite experience. You also get to learn about in-game multiplayer concepts, i.e. weapons, equipment, and then once you finish the tutorial, you'll actually get a small trial run of what it's like to be kind of in an in-game multiplayer setting. The tutorials are very quick, very easy, very pick up and understand what it's like to be in a Halo Infinite multiplayer setting. But then after you come out of the tutorial, you'll be then met with our two other academy options: weapon drills and training mode. I recommend that you go into the weapon drills mode first, because this will give you a deeper insight into all of the weapons available so far in the Halo Infinite sandbox. Things from the MA40 assault rifle to the fan favorite BR75 to new iterations like the Bulldog shotgun, and even some big boys like the Spanker, the Cinder Shot, the Skewer, and the S7 sniper that everyone is seen to be struggling with in Halo Infinite. The weapon range also allows you to get a test and feel for these weapons without having to worry about the stresses of any multiplayer nuances like teammates stealing the weapons from you, you immediately picking up the weapon and dying, or you just feeling the natural pressure of having a power weapon in multiplayer and not really knowing what to do with it. On top of this, the weapon drills give you 3 difficulty settings for each weapon that you do. This will be designated by the weapon and then the 1, 2, or 3 following after, which means level 1, level 2, or level 3. Each level will be increasingly harder, but not so difficult that you can't really figure out what's going on. For example, level 1 will put you up against dummies that will kind of just stand there and it will let you free fire, and then you'll go up to level 3 where the dummies will move around and do small minute things to try to throw off your accuracy and your aim. But this is all just to allow you to test your accuracy and get comfortable with the weapon as much as possible. After you finish in the weapon range, this is where you can kind of split depending on how comfortable you are already. If you're still a little worried about jumping into multiplayer, then I highly recommend you go into the training mode. The training mode allows you to dive deeper into the Halo Infinite multiplayer nuances. It allows you to get a feel for all the maps that are available in the game, the weapons that are available, the equipment, again, everything that you can pick up, everything that you can use in multiplayer, you can use in a training mode, but you can tailor it to your specific needs. There are a plethora of training options within the training mode that you can select that will help with your experience. Things such as infinite ammo, you not being able to die, and there are many options for a new feature in Halo Infinite coming with the bots. And just like that, I want to go into a new thing that's introduced for the first time in Halo history: bots. In a training mode, you'll get pinned up against training bots that you can tailor to your experience, just like any other experience in a training mode. You can tailor the bots to have a play fighting option with you, so they'll kind of just look at you and jump around, do things to kind of simulate you with a similar multiplayer experience. You can tailor the bot's difficulty to your liking, making them harder or easier targets depending on your comfortability level with them. And you can even set how many bots you want to see within each encounter in the training mode. Again, the bots are there to give you some good practice, to get you adjusted to how players may or may not react to certain things. Again, they are bots, so they're not the best thing in the universe, but they are very good training options if you so require. And anyone else outside of this, you will know that the bots will give you a pretty good challenge if you do sleep on it. With the 4 difficulty options that the bots give you with Recruit, Marine, ODST, and Spartan. With Recruit and Marine, they're kind of low level, so for all my newer players, you might want to start off in that range. But for all my returning players and experienced players, you already know ODST level and Spartan level bots are nothing to sleep on. Even though they are bots, you take them for granted and they will punish you for it. So once you finish in the training mode and you feel a little comfortable to go into the actual multiplayer of the game, you'll come out of the academy setting and you'll go into the multiplayer tab, and you'll be greeted with, as the time of this recording, 4 options, but that may expand depending on when you jump into your Halo Infinite experience. Right now, we'll see things like quick play, bot bootcamp, big team battle, and ranked arena. If you are a new player, I highly recommend you jump into the bot bootcamp. The bot bootcamp will give you a almost realistic feel of what it's like to be in an actual Halo multiplayer experience. You'll get paired up against a team of, at the time of this recording, Marine level bots that may be subject to change whenever, and then you'll get paired with 3 other random online players on your team. The bot bootcamp is designed to give you an experience of, again, some similar multiplayer experiences. It allows you to learn the maps again. It allows you to learn the weapons, learn how to play with your teammates, how to play with the bots, but it also gives you a new experience, which is learning the objective game modes within Halo Infinite. And again, at the time of this recording, you have these objective game modes available to you. You have Slayer, which is your standard team deathmatch. You have Strongholds, which if you're familiar with any shooter, it's pretty much domination or conquest. And then you have CTF, which is capture the flag. Everyone's probably familiar with capture the flag. And then our final objective game type, which is a little more Halo specific, is Oddball, which I don't want to go over too much in detail, but Oddball is pretty much a game mode where you just hold the objective for points, and that's how you ultimately win the game. Playing around in multiplayer and bot bootcamp will be a nice segue into actually going into quick play for your first time, or big team battle, because you'll be familiar with any and all concepts that the Halo game will throw at you. This being weapons, equipment pickups, grenades, playing with teammates, learning how to deal with enemies, focusing on your accuracy, and all other things associated with this. Again, guys, this video is definitely tailored for all of our Halo rookies, our newbies, anyone who hasn't jumped in at all, or people who haven't jumped in a long time. If you found it helpful at all, please sort of leave it a like, as a lesson, I'm doing my job and help you guys out. If not, a dislike, that's cool too. Again, I plan on doing this series for multiple reasons, mostly because I want to help as much people as I can, including myself, to get better at the game. Halo Infinite and Halo in general is a naturally competitive game at its core. Yes, there are plenty of options to goof off and do other things like that, but for majority of the multiplayer scene, a lot of it will be competitive, and a lot of it will require you to be very active in how you play, especially if you play things like quick play or ranked arena. I just want to do my part in helping everyone I can get better. So this is going to be the first episode in our Halo 101 guide list. Coming up next, I'll probably dive into some more advanced tactics and advanced features for our more experienced Halo players, but newer players, you can also learn a thing or two from this as well. So be sure to stick around for that, as it's coming in our near future. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please sort of let me know how it went. Leave a comment down below on what you thought was very helpful for the video, or if I left anything out, leave a comment down below on that as well. I want to help as many people as I can, and don't be afraid to help anyone out in the comments down below as well. We all want to play Halo, we all want to get better, we all just want to have fun, and I want to help you all do that just as much as myself. So again, guys, it's been your boy YNDXCJ. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in our next session. Peace out, Spartans.